This video feels a little bit like a public service announcement. So, did you know that every year businesses spend nearly $400 billion on training? And for sales training alone, that equates to about $4.7 billion spent every single year. And the problem that no one is talking about, apart from yours truly, is most of the time and money being invested is completely wasted. Because here's the reality. Research shows that around 75% of managers say they're dissatisfied with learning and development in their business. In addition, we know that only 12% of employees actually apply what they learn on a program. A recent McKinsey survey showed only 25% of respondents believe the training they attend measurably improves their performance. So this all equates to around $300 billion wasted annually. $3.5 billion wasted for sales training annually. So something is completely broken and no one's talking about it, let alone doing something about it. I mean, in your personal life, imagine you bought a car and it only started about 25% of the time that you wanted to use it. Would you go and trade it in at the same dealer the following year for the exact same make and model of car, and the same again the year after that, and the year after that? No, of course you wouldn't. That would be madness. So why is it happening with training? Well, the short answer is that a lot of organizations rush straight into training programs to improve performance levels, and then they cross their fingers that it's going to deliver the results they need to see. Now, there's very little focus on what happens immediately after the training. And the problem with this is that's where the impact or the results show up, or don't. You see, it doesn't actually matter how good the training or the trainer is if after the program everyone just goes back to their job and carries on where they left off. The program is going to fail to deliver. In the late 19th century, a German psychologist called Hermann Ebbinghaus pioneered experimental studies into memory. And what this found was a thing that he called the forgetting curve. And in simple terms, he found that if new information isn't reviewed and applied, we forget around 75% of it after just 6 days. So given all of that, what's the answer? And I'll talk primarily about sales and leadership training because it's what I've got the most amount of experience with, but this applies equally to any work-based training and development. There are 3 primary success factors that typically are being ignored. Number 1, leaders and managers are engaged to lean into the training that their people are attending, both before, during, and after the events, making sure they communicate a compelling reason for everyone to attend and a clear view of how the follow-up will look like after the program's been completed. It's the follow-up that delivers the results. Repetition is the key to unlocking return on investment. You see, where the program benefits the leader by helping them coach and grow their people, and it benefits the participant by helping them achieve more in less time, then the results will absolutely come. Second success factor is realizing that you're actually running a change program first, not just the training program. We know that most people don't really like change and would prefer to stay in their comfort zone with their old habits. Successful programs are designed to unlock participants' mindsets first, and only then work on their skills, behaviors, and strategy to help them reach their full potential. Third success factor, and this one's a little bit controversial. So your big, well-known sales methodologies, they mask a significant competitive problem for businesses. Imagine if multiple businesses in a sector are all onboarding a specific sales methodology, and we all know what they are. What ends up happening from the buyer's perspective is everyone starts to look and feel very similar. And what happens when a client or a buyer finds it hard to see any tangible difference or enhance value from the options they have in front of them? They go to price, and the competitive landscape shifts and becomes more commoditized. And we all know this is not a happy place to be, because it's the organization who's prepared to discount the most invariably ends up winning the day. So the opportunities to skillfully structure your sales process and your client journey and your training in a way that differentiates you and your proposition in the eyes of the client. Albert Einstein famously said, "The true definition of insanity is repeating the same action over and over again, but expecting a different result." The great news with all of this is if we just start to think differently about how we build and how we roll out training programs, we can not only reduce the obscene amount of wasted time and money, but we can also start to expect significantly higher level of real world impact and results. And let's face it, who doesn't want some of that?